Welcome back to Final Score Friday. Sponsored by Bojangles, Loyalty Automotive, and Richmond Pediatric Dentistry and Orthodontics.
Welcome back to our final edition of the fifth quarter. Sean and I are going to wrap up and analyze some of the games that we had on Week 13 of Final Score Friday. Big thanks to the cheerleaders from Manchester and Coach Thornton for bringing them in. Thank you very much, Coach.
I think you
for
woke
bringing
her
in
up.
the last. What's that?
I think you woke her up. Are you up?
It's late.
Oh, okay.
It's late. We got to get going here. The second round of the playoffs is now over. We're on to the regional final version of the playoffs, and you got to watch what had a chance to be a real blowout tonight, but it ended up being one of the most entertaining games that we've seen in the second half of the season between two programs very familiar with each other in Chesterfield, Thomasdale and Manchester, and this one for the right to at least make it to a regional final again.
That's right. They hadn't played each other since 2018 in a regional semifinal when Manchester won it 48-7 en route to their lone state championship that season. That was the Brendan Clark team that went 15-0. Manchester was up 24-7 at the half, and they used that quarterback tandem of Landon Abernathy and also Jason Wright, who came in midway in the second quarter and provided another spark for head coach Tom Hall. He accounted for 3 touchdowns in the game, 2 rushing, and then this dime to Ty Stevens as he went 69 yards for the score. But Thomasdale, to their credit, at home did not quit.
Oh,
look at the official.
Damn,
Get up,
ref,
man.
Come on.
But they bounced back. They were down 17 in the fourth quarter, bounced back, got it all the way to 38-35. Ethan Mentor accounted for 3 touchdowns on the ground. They had one more chance on 4th down and 9 from the 14. Wanted to go for it instead of going for the game time field goal, and Brandon Rose had to just go off his hands. And Manchester, who started the year with that loss to Highland Springs at home in week 1, that was Abernathy's first ever varsity start, and since that time they've won 11 straight, and they're in the regional final for the 6th time in 7 uninterrupted seasons. Testament to what Coach Hall has done with that program.
I was going to say, I wanted to ask you about that first game against Highland Springs. Now, granted, it was Highland Springs, and they're been the class of the area all season long, but the difference between that Manchester team back in week 2
right,
and the Manchester team that you saw in week 13 is what?
Night and day. And it goes back to their win against Midlothian midway in the season when they kind of inserted Landon Wright into the equation. Abernathy had an up and down start to that game. Coach Hall said, let's roll the dice, let's take a chance, put in Wright. Wright gave them that spark. They wound up winning that game, gave Midlothian that first loss. And then they kind of went the rest of the way using Abernathy and Wright the rest of the season, and he did it on Friday night. Abernathy started, looked solid. Let's get another spark, put in Wright. He comes up huge. Like I said, he accounted for 3 touchdowns, including that bomb to Stevens, and the defense held late, got that 4th down stop. And I think the insertion of Wright to the offense has really given Coach Hall an extra weapon to use offensively, because we know what Abernathy can do, we know what Stevens can do, we know what Wright can do in the backfield, and also Richardson also out wide. That's another dimension that we did not see in week 2. Week 1 for them could be beneficial when they face Western Branch.
Right, they get a home game next week because Western Branch upset Oscar Smith tonight. And that's 2 straight losses to end the season for Oscar Smith.
That's right, because Phoebus shut him out.
Right.
And then it was, 55?
Actually, they must have won a game last week, so that's not exactly right.
That's right. So
they lost 2 of their last 3, which is surprising for a Tiger program that is used to making it further in the season. One of our...
I was going to say real quick, Western Branch, was thinking they should have won the earlier regular season meeting because they only lost 2-0 on a muff field goal snap.
That's right, yeah.
And then they get the payback in the playoffs, and now they got to come up to Chesterfield County and face the Lancers next week.
One of our state champions from last year had one of the longest postseason winning streaks, and that was Varina. But they had to go back on the road again this year, up to King George. They beat the Foxes up there last year on the road, 28-10, in a game where they just flat out wore them down. Last night, Varina had their chances, and they had a lot of them in the first half. The problem is they also had a lot of penalties, 10 for 105 yards in the first half alone. There were well over 15 penalties called on both of these teams before halftime today. Varina had trouble getting their offense going, and King George is actually primarily a throwing team, but they ran the ball last night for the first 3 quarters behind Ferguson, their quarterback, who scored 2 first-half touchdowns. They had 14-0 at the break. Verina finally got their offense in gear, but they were out of sync a lot of the night. And because of that, they just could not overcome a more mature and a more together King George team. And that's why their season came to an end tonight, 31-14. But a heck of a run last year for Verina. They lost only 1 game by 1 point. And it just came to an end this year. So it'll be interesting to see what they come back with next year. They will have a few of those players that come back, but a great run by Verina last year and into the second round this year. But there will be a new champion in Class 4.
And Coach Lewis mentioned that earlier in the season. This was going to be a young team. This was not going to be the group that we saw win the state championship down at Liberty last season. But for them to be, 11-1, basically, with a young group, they will miss some guys. They will miss Derek Cott. They will miss Keys next season. But he's got some guys that's going to fill those roles, I believe. And I think both lines should come back.
Most of them.
Most of it will come back, including the freshman lineman. I think Richardson is his last name. It's going to be really, really good for Verina. So I would expect him to have a really good season next year. But like you mentioned, a new state champ, King George, will either host Hanover or travel to Dinwiddie for the regional final. That regional semifinal between the Generals and the Hawks will be played Saturday afternoon, 1:30, down at a hostile Dinwiddie High School football field. So big crowd is expected down there.
And if Dinwiddie wins, they will host again next Saturday as well. Not going to play on Not going to play on Black Friday next week. The next game from last night that we want to talk about, first meeting between 2 Chesterfield County. Oh, that was actually. I'm talking about the Thomas Dale Manchester game. It's Highland Springs and Douglas Freeman. The Springers had won 8 of the last 9 between these two. And really, pick your poison. You either have to try and tackle Aziz Foster Powell, which is no easy feat, or you have to run down to Kai Heath and Christian Martin and the passing game that they have. Now, this game was actually tight at the half because Freeman and George Bland, they pulled out in their bag of tricks a fake field goal, which worked for a touchdown. They were only down 4 at the half. And Freeman's defense has played very well this year. And they just couldn't score enough, and eventually Highland Springs is going to wear you down. Springers advanced 33-10. They will now host next week in Region 5C final out at Highland Springs, and they will get the winner of our next game, which was Elsie Bird and Glen Allen. These two programs had never met before, and they met last night.
Yeah.
Because Glen Allen actually came up with the upset of last week when they knocked off Midlothian on the road with 22 unanswered in the fourth quarter, but they couldn't pull the same magic last night.
This rushing attack for Elsie Bird is pretty good. Coach Troy Taylor decided to alter the offense a little bit, not go so much spread and kind of run it down your throat, and that's what they have been doing for most of this season, especially coming back off the loss to Dale in the Battle of Chester near the end of the season. Had a shutout win against Clover Hill, then they knocked off Hermitage to start their playoff run, and now they took care of Glen Allen in a shutout. And now you got to go back to 2015, I believe, since the last time Highland Springs and Elsie Bird had met in the playoffs. And
Bird's last state title team?
Yes, and I believe that was Coach David Bedwell's last game as Skyhawks head coach, which was the start of the four-peat for Highland Springs from 2015 to 2018. So that should be a good one. Bird's got to make the trip up to the East End and face Highland Springs, who, again, got that game. They had close games, except they had all but one close game this year against Julius Chambers week 1. They got that now under their belt. It's going to be a pretty good matchup in the regional final between Bird and Highland Springs. 2 perennial powers, 7 state championships between the two over the last 10, 15 years. They'll meet in the regional final next Friday, on Black Friday.
And that's going to put a bow on season 28 of Final Score Friday. You see Sean and I every week. Want to thank the cheerleaders from Manchester for showing up again. They get a home game next weekend in the Region 6A final. Want to thank all of you for watching. Hope you will join us again next August when we queue up season 29 of Final Score Friday. So long, everyone.